In today's video, I take on an unconventional loop trail for my latest Mini 100p, explore the origins of a very strange place name, and sample another very unique dish. Good morning guys, and welcome to this edition of Hikelopedia. You find me today in deepest, darkest Taipei County. You can tell because 1, there's a lot of stray dogs, and 2, everything's covered in green moss. Anyway, where am I? I am in a place that's nearby the town of Qidu. I think it's called Jiangziliao. I'm back on the Shaobaiyue or Mini 100 Peaks trail, and yeah, I'm just about to head off on a trail. It's a little bit of an unconventional one as far as I'm aware, but we'll see once I get started. I'm expecting it to be a bit overgrown. Yeah, and then after the hike we're going to head down into Qidu town, or what, I don't know, is it a town, is it a city? It's not a city, it's too small. But we're heading down into Qidu to talk a little bit about where its unique name came from, and also for part 2 of my Geelong area curry hunt. So stay tuned. Anyway, stop talking, get walking. Let's go, Richard. Now, I checked the weather forecast today, as I always do when I'm coming to the northeast area, and it said it was going to be 30 degrees, which is quite hot for late March. But then driving up here this morning, there was a lot of mist, and it was 21, 22, so I was thinking, they're screwed up. But seems like the sun is now burning off the mist, so I'm thinking that CWA, they got it right again. So I'm glad I brought my towel, sweat towel. Whew. We've reached the cliff, but the trail goes off-road now into there, so I'm guessing it's going to get a bit tougher now. But this part was nice. Could bring your granny here for a walk. It's quite rugged and a bit slippy as well. But a bit of a nice workout. Kind of interesting to see a bunch of wild ginger with the rhizomes exposed, which you don't normally see. Must have been washed away by the river, I guess. I wonder if that's where the trail or the area gets its name from, because I think it's the same character for ginger. I'll check a bit later. Oh, it's pretty sweaty on this trail. Very humid today, and there's a lot of cover trapping the heat. It's getting quite steep now because we're moving away from the stream and up the side of the valley. There's a macaque up there checking me out, warning his friends and family. Oh, interesting. Seem to have come out onto some old mountain road. Didn't see it on the map. It's pretty old, judging by the stonework. It's got to be Qing or Japanese era, I would say. It's so misty. Damn! I just saw a barking deer. He ran away before I could get my camera switched on. All I could see was his brown butt running off into the undergrowth. Alright, so we've joined back up with the conventional trail. As you can see, this one's quite simple, which is why I decided to do the O, because it would be more of a challenge and more fun, because this one is just a straight up and down in about an hour. But if you do the loop, I think it's going to be like 3 or 4 hours total, and a bit more interesting. See, I'm on steps now. Jiangziliao山 小百月11号 made it. This wasn't what I was expecting today. The white wall is back. It's raining as well, so my camera's all wet, so heading down. I just made it to the summit in time. There's like a huge group of about 50 grannies and granddads just arriving. Just managed to get my summit shots in and all that beautiful scenery before they arrived. Wow, there's a couple of really old stone houses, probably late 18th century or something like that. And there's another one over there, and then there's all this hand-built stone terracing, I guess, where they used to grow all their crops, and they actually still do. There's a big pile of ginger there, and there's some onions over there. People living in their old houses, living the traditional way. It's pretty cool to see. Alright guys, I'm done. Almost back at the car. Just over 3 hours and around 8k. Pretty nice walk. I think the only difficult part was just when you get past the waterfalls at the start and you're going up towards the old road. And also the most dangerous part was actually just coming down by those old houses. The path so slippery. It was fun. I really enjoyed it. And so now I'm heading off into Qidu to explore a bit and get some unique food. So let's go. Alright guys, so I'm here in Qidu Railway Memorial Park. Not because I want to talk about 100-year-old railway stations. I've done that before. You can check out the video here. But because I wanted to talk about the name Qidu. Because anybody who speaks a little bit of Chinese will know that when you travel from Taipei to Geelong, you come through places called Wudu, Liudu, Qidu and Badu, which literally means 5, 6, 7 and 8 barrier, which is kind of a strange name for a place. Now I've never actually bothered to look up why they're called this, but I thought as I'm coming to Qidu to do a video today, then I probably should. And now I found out the reason. The reason is to do with Han migration to Taiwan over the years. As you know, Taiwan has indigenous people who occupied most of the land a few hundred years ago. But gradually, as the Han Chinese came over from China, they kind of like landed on the coast in places like Yilan and Geelong, and moved inland gradually, pushing the indigenous groups out and intermingling with them and so on. And when they first arrived, the indigenous people obviously weren't very happy, so they would attack them. So as they gradually pushed their way inland from the coast, they had to protect themselves. How did they do this? By building earthen barriers or walls, which is where the names come from. Wudu is the 5th barrier, Liudu 6th barrier, Qidu, Badu, and so on. Now you may be wondering, where is number 1, 2, 3 and 4? Well, the answer to that, according to the article I read, is that they're in Yilan, and number 1 is called Toucheng, which is first city or first citadel, and then that's quite a big place. But if you look on a map, there's also Ercheng, Sancheng and Sicheng in and around the Yilan basin, and those apparently, according to the article, are the first 4 walls or citadels that were built. Then obviously came number 5, 6, 7 and 8 between Geelong and Taipei, and that is the story of how Qidu got its name. While editing this video, I came across another explanation which to me seems more credible, and this one is the name comes from when you are navigating the Geelong River from Taipei towards the coast, you come to a series of meanders or bends in the river, and from the perspective of the river, each one or each bend looks as if it's blocked by a wall. Now this one seems more credible to me because there are several other meanders in the river earlier than number 5. So for me, I'd go with this one. But if anybody knows anything different or they have any other explanations, then please drop them in the comments. Anyway, talking so much, I'm getting hungry. And it just so happens that there is a lovely little curry place. Remember, I'm on a Geelong and curry hunt at this minute, and this place just happens to be over the road, so let's go. Alright, so as you can see, this is pretty special because basically you just get a plain soup with the ingredients, and then you just get a chunk of concentrated curry in the bowl, and you have to mix it up and eat it like that. Never seen anything like it before. It's kind of like self-service, I guess, but check it out. Pretty cool. It's a big bowl. That's alright because I'm super hungry. Looks so hot. I'm gonna try a bit of soup first. It's not too sweet actually. I'm surprised. It's like, it is Japanese style curry, but not sweet at all. And so bean sprouts and some tofu as well. So it's vegetarian. Pretty good because I'm actually trying not to eat as much meat these days. Should have brought Andrew with me. hit the spot. It wasn't sweet at all. The spice was just right, not too spicy, but really filling. I got some extra chunks of tofu, and it was $70. Really good. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, then don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications if you want. If you want to help support the channel, then thanks down below, buy me a coffee, or check out memberships. A small monthly donation, there's 3 levels, can really help the channel. Back on the road to Hsinchu now, so in the meantime, take it easy, and I'll see you next week. Over and out.
Oh, just bed.